Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to make this crisscross turban cap. So let's go straight to the tutorial proper. So these are the material we'll be needing. We'll be needing our scissors, a shiny poly material, matching thread, needle, a tape roll, a marking chalk, a ruler. I'll be using these for embellishment. I may decide to use it and I may decide not to use it. So let's go straight to the measurement. So I am going to start with the base measurement, and the length is 21 inches. The width is 13 inches. And why I'm using 13 inches is because I want the bag to drop. I will not want it to be too tight. (21 inches by 13 inches). And when it is not on fold, it will be 26 inches. This fabric is on fold, so I'll keep that aside. So this other one is the one we're going to use for our cross part. If you notice the turban, you notice it has a cross part. So the measurement we'll be using for it, the length is 14 inches. And this fabric is on fold. The width is 12.5 inches. That is the length of my head circumference. That is exactly what I'm going to do. Then I will add 1 inch to it. The length of my head circumference is 23 inches, so I added 1 to it. This is what we are going to be using for the crisscross part of the turban cap, and we'll be needing 2 of these. So this one is our headband, and we'll be needing 3 of these. We'll be needing 3 of these, 1 for our turban cap and the other 2 for our crisscross parts. So the measurement for the headband is 12 inches. When it is not on fold, it is 24 inches. My head circumference is 23, so I'll be adding 1 to it to make it 24 inches. So the length is 4.5 inches. So this is our turban base. So I'll go ahead and mark 1 inches all the way down. I'll mark 1 inches. On a normal day, we want to make a pleated turban, we measure 2 inches. But if you notice this turban, you will notice that the pleat is very tiny. So we are going to be using 1 inch. That is how I'll continue to mark it till I get to the end of the fabric. Then I'll do the same thing to the other end. 1 inch. Then I'll use my ruler to trace it out. that is exactly what I'm going to do to the other two pieces. So after tracing it, I'll take it to my sewing machine and sew the traced part. So after sewing it, this is what the outcome will look like. The first one is the turban base, the second and the third one is the crisscross part. So what I'm going to do is I'll pick up the 3 band, then I'll attach it to each of the pieces. I'm trying to align the headband with the base. So I will take it to my sewing machine and sew that part, and that is exactly what I'm going to do to the other 2 pieces. So this is how it looks like after attaching the band to the other 2 pieces. And we are going to be using this part for the crisscross part. So this is the way I'm going to fold it. I'm going to do it again for better understanding. You fold it the way I'm doing here. You take that part to your sewing machine and sew. Right side facing up. That's the headband part, and the other one is the headband part. So you cross it this way. So you cross it the way I'm doing here. So after crossing it the way I'm doing, do not sew the band area. Any side of it that does not have band is the place you should sew. You can see that part has a band and this other end has a band, so do not touch it. Just sew the other side that does not have band. So sew the part that does not have band. So when I'm done, I'll come and show you how it looks like. So this is it. This is the wrong side. You can see the parts I sewed. This is the headband. You can see I didn't touch it. Look at the other one. I didn't touch it also. You can see I didn't touch the headband area. I only sew the part that does not have headband. So I'm going to turn it out to the right side. You can see. At this junction, you can twist it to your taste. You can either make one of the headband to show at the front and the other one to show at the back, but I would like both of mine to show at the front. And you can even leave it the way it is like this, anyhow you want it. So this is the wrong side of the crisscross and this is the right side. So you can decide to make the other headband to be at the back and the other one at the front. So I'm going to keep this one aside and go to my turban base. So this is the outcome of the turban base after attaching the headband to it. So what I'm doing here is I'm locating the midpoint of the turban. So after locating the midpoint, I'll go ahead and use my needle and thread to form a pleat at the middle. If you are familiar with my other tutorial, you will see how I normally plait the middle of my turban. I will not do much on this, but for the sake of people watching me for the first time, I'll plait few steps. So watch me the way I'm doing it. In and out. You put your needle in and you bring it out from the other side. So that is how I'll continue to pleat it till I get to the end of the fabric. So you can see I'm done pleating it. So what I'm going to do now is to place the circumference of my turban on my turban cap. Why I'm doing this is because I want the crisscross part to position well. So that is why I'm measuring it that way. On a normal day, I should fold it before placing the measurement on it. So that's the crisscross part. You can see why I placed my head circumference measurements on it. So after placing it, I noticed that the length of the crisscross is so short. It's short. It didn't contain the turban cap. So what I did is I had to cut a little piece, a little fabric, and I added it to the end parts of the crisscross parts so that it will be able to contain the turban cap. Alright, so after attaching the fabric I cut out, after attaching it to the crisscross part, I'll take that part to my turban cap, then I'll attach it to it, but do not attach it directly on the headband of the turban cap. Attach it after the headband. So this will be too bulky for my sewing machine, so I'll use my needle and thread to attach it together. Then I'll do the same thing to the other end. After that, I will attach it to my turban cap. So we have come to the end of the tutorial. Please subscribe to my channel.
My mind is for you, my heart beats for you. Every time when I think of you, I don't know. My mind is for you, my heart beats for you. Every time when I think